Alright, good afternoon everybody. Welcome back to the Super Metroid Weekly Race. This week we'll be doing GT Classic. I am Sloters, joined here by Monk. How are you
How's
doing?
it going? I'm doing fine. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. So it looks like we have some really good racers here. Upper left we have Canadian Owl. Upper right we have Antinomy, aka Sephi. Bottom left we have Cordy, and bottom right we have Scotty Morphball.
Yep, in a very interesting category today. For those that don't know, the GT Classic, you'll be going into Low Norfair through a lava dive, and then entering the Teresa room from behind. And by holding a certain button combination as you go through the door, the game actually gives you all the items that you would have at that point in the game. Missiles, beams, and screw attack and whatnot. So it's a very, very interesting glitch that I don't remember when it was discovered. Would you happen to know that info?
No, not really sure.
I know it was a glitch that was discovered later in the life of Super Metroid speedrunning, and it comes for a very interesting run. Basically, it lets you start a race as if it were reverse boss order, and then continue as if it were any percent after that point. So very, very interesting. Allows for pretty crazy times.
That's right. And if you've seen these before, you probably remember the beginning is a little tough. Like you mentioned, having to do the lava dive and also having to do the green gate glitch in order to get over to the Golden Chorizo area. But after that, it's basically a breeze. It's kind of like doing Hundo. You just have so much health, so much ammo, and all the major upgrades that everything else is pretty trivial, especially the bosses through the use of the microwave beam, which we'll point out when we get there.
Yeah. Looks like, I'm not sure if this is the GT Classic or GT Space Time on Deer Tier, but looks like Insane Firebat is at the top of the list in 4th place. And then I don't see anybody else in the top 35, so...
You're probably looking at...
Oh, Canadian Owl is 25th, so...
You might have been looking at the space-time one, but I know Antinomy has a very low 36 in this category. I think Firebat has a 37. I don't know what Cordy and Scotty and Owl all have. I'm pretty sure it's around 40 minutes, maybe a little faster.
Okay.
But Antinomy and Cordy definitely, along with Firebat, have been doing this category for quite some time. And, well, maybe not Cordy, but they're all pretty proficient at this. So hopefully if we see all of them get through Lava Dive and Green Gate Glitch first try, it'll be a pretty close race.
Yep. Really good times on the Sears Escape there.
Owl confirming in chat he has a 41.04, which in the grand scheme of things isn't too much of a difference from these other guys. And one Lava Dive death or one reset at Green Gate Glitch can really make a big difference.
Yeah. Cordy with a 46.18. Very excellent time on Sears. Alrighty. So all the execution is what you would see in any percent, 100%, up to getting bombs. Then it falls any percent, pretty much till they get to Norfair the first time, and then it should split off from there. I think everyone will be getting... do people get Various Suit, or are they just going to try and do the lava dive without it?
Yeah, you want to get Various Suit, mostly just because it is way faster than going and getting a bunch of E-tanks.
Yeah.
So typically you'll see people take 2 or 3 E-tanks depending on how safe they want to be. You can technically do it with 1. I'm talking if you get high jump boots. You can also do this without high jump boots, but that requires at least 2 E-tanks.
Yeah, because the code will give you high jump boots, right?
Yeah. But I'm gonna go ahead and assume all these guys are gonna get high jump just because it's much safer to do that and not too much slower. But probably we're gonna see 2 tanks from mostly everyone, maybe 3 if they want to be a little bit more comfortable.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who takes that pre-lava dive save and who doesn't. Because I know most of these runners are probably very comfortable with the lava dive, but it is a trick that if you mess up once, it is over, and you'll have to start over from the beginning. And then it's a bit, not nearly as a big of a risk to save once you get to the elevator. But then again, if you mess up the gate glitch, that will also put an end to your run.
Yeah, I think in the case of like Antinomy and Quarty and Scott, probably Owl too, I think they'll all do this. I think all of them are very comfortable with the lava dive, confident enough that they would get it first try, or at least with minor mistakes would still be okay. But it's pretty standard in a race setting for everyone to save right past lava dive once they're at that lower Norfair elevator. Because no matter how much you practice the green gate glitch, it's just finicky.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes us more than 5 tries. That's just kind of how it goes.
Very true. Once you save in that elevator, it doesn't really steal that much time away from your run. It's like, I would say maybe 7 seconds or so to have that animation play and get back out of the room. All right, you got 3 runners at the bomb, Teresa.
And Scotty with the left side BT. That's not a strat we see all the time, but glad we got to see it today.
Any advantages to that?
No, usually it happens if you kind of mess up your movement a little bit, and he jumps over to the other side.
All right.
Not ideal, but a good recovery nonetheless.
All right, Alcatraz escapes. 2 out of 4. Yep, I don't think any of these runners are going to have trouble with that. Hello, Dorito.
One thing I want to point out, as we saw 3 of our runners do already, and I'm sure we'll see Owl do it too, they're using missiles to take out these pirates, and it's a little faster usually just to run through them, but they actually want to conserve on their energy a little bit because they're going to be going up Red Tower to get an early power bomb pack, and they're going to be doing some deboosts there that do a lot of damage. So in order to not go into health bomb range by the time they get to Kraid, they want to kind of conserve energy where they can, even if it costs a little bit of time.
That was weird. Cordy like got stuck in one of those gates. I've never really seen that before.
So at this point, this is kind of where GT Classic diverges from your typical any percent and 100% and all that stuff. You don't need to pick up the charge missiles or charge beam, and as you'll see, Quarty running past them and Tinamy going to be doing the same thing. Reason being, you just don't really need any extra missiles in order to get to Lower Norfair. It could be helpful to take out some of these enemies along the way, or if you run into an ammo shortage on the way to Kraid. But you don't need them. And also, you're going to get charge beam later when you enter the GT code, and you don't really need it to get the Kraid quick kill, so no reason to really pick it up right now.
Yeah, other than pseudo screw, I don't really see any uses for it.
It actually could be helpful here in Red Tower where Cordy and Antinemy are at right now.
Oh, for the wall jump?
Shot, yeah, if you use a charge shot up the shaft, it actually travels a little bit slower and it's easier to hit that block. You don't have to wall jump up as quickly, but
yeah,
that's just kind of a thing you gotta learn if you want to do that room quickly, is to have quick wall jumps, which is that normal P shot.
The lemon.
So they do want to get this early power bomb pack. It's the quickest one for them to get at this point, which is going to let them access Lower Norfair. But other than that, they really don't need any other ammo. All they need at this point is high jump and Varia in order to do that lava dive.
So far it looks like we had, I think, 5 runners in this race.
Yeah, the only one we do not see on stream is Insane Firebat, who is also a very skilled runner of this category and does a lot of the weeklies for this one.
It prefers not to be on stream though, so. Is he also Canadian?
No.
Oh, okay.
I didn't catch if Cordy did it, but both Scotty and Antinemy broke the glass tube. This is because when they come back here later, they're going to have gravity suit, so they can just kind of jump up in the room and sort of maintain their momentum going into it rather than stop and lay the power bomb then. So it's just kind of a little time save for them.
Yeah, really good. Cordy was able to shoot all 3 of the super missile blocks in order to keep the momentum, just jump straight over to the entrance to Kraid's lair.
Yeah, that's kind of a tough strat to do. So our 3 runners coming into Kraid right now, all of them have at least 2 missiles and at least 3 super missiles, which sets them up well to do the quick kill, as we're seeing Cordy do right now.
Yeah.
That's one way you can do it. You can also use the charge beam to kind of freeze Kraid's arm and just use super missiles, which some would probably say is easier. But these guys are making this method look pretty easy.
Perfect execution by Cordy. See if we get a good 4 for 4 today. Yep. And Antinemy gets it.
And you see Owl, he actually went the health bomb range when he came up to mini Kraid, so he only got health drops, which is why he went back and reloaded the room in order to refill supers.
Really cool skins on Antinemy's stream there.
Yeah, he's been using some different suits lately.
I think we've seen the classic light suit from Metroid Prime 2. Either that, or that's a Spartan suit from Halo.
And Owl showing us exactly why that charge beam helps. Unfortunately, he shot some supers into Kraid's arm. He actually did a nice job hitting the rest of them in there. I think he only needed 1 missile to finish off Kraid with all the extra ammo he put in. So good recovery. And now all runners with Varia.
On their way down the Lower Norfair. They don't have to pick up Wave Beam on their way there, I don't think. Or do they, to get the, Oh no, they're going to be entering from the speed booster room,
huh? They'll be going through the cathedral area, the spot above the speed booster tunnel, and then they power bomb through the floor and kind of take the southern route over to Lower Norfair. So I missed it, but Cordy actually picked up the Kraid tank, which would be his 3rd E-tank at this point, counting the high jump one too, of course. So he's gonna have quite a bit more leeway with the lava dive. He could really like fail at the very end of the trick, fall down, try it again, and still have like a good amount of health left. Whereas if like Antinomy or Scotty tries that, they may not have enough time to get back up without dying. And it looks like Owl's picking up the Great Tank as well.
Cordy may not need to go for that pre-lava dive save at this point.
So yeah, this is what I was talking about right here. So they come through the cathedral area, the heated rooms, power bomb that floor, and then they just kind of have a straight shot. It's also nice because there is a bug refill room here, so they can get themselves up to max supers in order to have the maximum number of attempts with the green gate glitch.
Yeah. Which is very polite by the developers to put little refill rooms over there.
And Antinomy with a very nice dive into the lava there, jumping in the door transition, which isn't easy, and nailing it with about 149 energy to spare. So like I said, you can do it with one E-Tank. It's just there's no room for error, really.
Yeah.
Or at least much error. Seeing Cordy also got a really nice jump through the door, but he did fall down at the very end, and he does take a Namahe fireball. Oh, unfortunately, not quite getting up there, taking a death. So fortunately, Cordy did take a save before doing his lava dive, so he'll have another shot at it. Not too much of a time loss. It definitely hurts, but he's all right. Meanwhile, both Antinomy and Scotty getting through the green gate glitch. Antinomy a bit ahead, already activated his GT code, took down GT, and now has his screw attack. So he pretty much has 100% equipment, and he's just going to blaze through the rest of the game here. Owl clearing his lava dive. Cordy giving another try. Another nice jump through the door. Let's see. You gotta do that last wall jump a little low under the Namahe, and he does get it. Nice job. And Owl will be coming up to his green gate glitch shortly, as well as Cordy. Once they get past there and enter the code, it's basically going to be a race just based on execution from all the runners. All the boss fights are pretty trivial. Ridley's the only one where you'll probably lose a significant amount of time, but the rest of them can be cheesed pretty easily with this equipment.
Yeah, Plasma Beam just melts through all of these bosses. Had a bit of trouble getting the commentary stream to work. My apologies. Oh, good double kill on the ninja pirates.
Yeah, that's sort of the standard weight you'd see in any % old route or hundo. A lot of those strats just transfer over just because of the equipment you have at this point.
Not sure if you'll get the chance to see microwave shrimp, because you'd have to go out of your way to get the X-ray beam and then come back into Meridia.
Well, that's the thing. When you enter the GT code, you do actually get grapple and X-ray. It just does not show up on your HUD for whatever reason. You need to actually physically pick them up in order for them to show up. But if you do save and quit, they will actually show up like they're supposed to.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so when we get to the Meridia area and wreck ship, you'll actually see them menu over to X-ray, although it'll look like they just have their standard beam equipped.
Oh, okay.
And it looks like Quarry having a bit trouble with that green gate glitch. This is why I said pretty much everyone is going to save right before this part. It's just finicky. No one can get it consistently first try every time, really.
Quarry does get it, though.
Yep.
It's almost a tease, though, too, because those all those guys across the green gate give you super missiles when they die.
Yeah.
So you run out, you lay a power bomb, you see all those super missiles on the other side, and you can't get them.
Yeah, funny enough, if you kill one of those, like right as far as they can get to the gate, you can actually use grapple beam to grab a super missile, but it's not really something reliable to do for that glitch.
Not like you would have grapple beam anyways, unless you purposely went out of your way to get it. Alright, Antinomy is escaping Lower Norfair. Showing how easy it is to get through those rooms with the space jump screw attack combo.
Yeah, all these guys are pretty experienced with any % old route, so they know the strategies to go through here quickly, and with the added bonus of screw attack. Oh my god, Scotty just got that really cool spring ball out of the speed ball. That was sweet. But yeah, these guys, they know the strats for this, and with screw attack, it makes it even easier escaping this section.
Yep, making plasma beam making really into a joke. Yeah, it's crazy to see somebody actually knowing a spring ball strat. You know, it's something that you probably could pick up from a 100% route.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a couple other areas where you may see them do some cool spring ball tech. That's one of the great things about GT Classic, is unlike Hundo, you get spring ball like
immediately.
like 15 minutes in compared to like 50 minutes, which is awesome. Oh my god, an owl.
Maybe now gets it too.
Making it look easy. It's actually like stupidly precise, which is why I'm so impressed. Like, I probably only got it like 5 times or so.
The level of frame tight execution that everyone has here. Antinomy microwaving Batu in there, instantly killing it. Tasty snack.
Yeah, so X-Ray has an interesting property. It freezes the game pretty much when you use it, but the iframes of enemies still run out. So basically what you can do is use X-ray while your plasma beam is going through enemies, and because it pierces a lot of enemies, the beam doesn't disappear when it hits it, so you can kind of keep turning X-ray on and off and just get multiple hits with the same shot.
Already finishing up Ridley. So far you got Antinomy with a very, very solid lead, followed by Scotty, then Canadian Al, then Brody. Pretty much the same substantial lead between all of them. But Antinomy definitely showing off that he's definitely got this category down for sure. And then making some microwave shrimp real quick, and it's finished. Certainly faster than any microwave shrimp I've ever made. Call this man Long John Silver's.
Scotty going for that full halfie. That looked like a good one, and he gets it.
And he gets it. Wow, excellent. Since Antinomy has the plasma beam already, has no need to go through the middle rooms there. He's gonna go back the way he came and escape escape Meridia from the normal entrance.
That was a beautiful spring ball jump by Antinomy, by the way, leaving Botwin's room.
Yeah. Another microwave shrimp.
So now, a really critical moment here for Antinomy. At this point in the run, especially if you're accustomed to doing any percent, it's very easy to kind of just let your muscle memory take over and just head straight to Torian right now. But
you need Phantom.
Yeah, there's still actually one boss left. I've heard some runners who have accidentally skipped this boss. I've heard it's even happened in like tournament races, and it's devastating. But it looks like Antinomy remembers to go fight Phantoon.
Yep.
So you will not be standing idly in the G4 room waiting for the statues to fall.
And yes, I believe you can do backdoor wreck ship, and that'll lead you to Phantoon, but you know, the exit Antinomy takes him right to the entrance, the other side of the wreck ship, and there's less. You have to go through like a morph ball maze and a bunch of other stuff in order to get to the backside of wreck ship. So it's actually kind of faster to do it this way.
Yeah. Normally you never, ever go that way, even like in randomizers and stuff. It's a rare set of circumstances where you do something like that. Really, the only time you would is in like RBO, for a number of reasons. But yeah, it's definitely faster to go the way that these guys are going.
I can think the main reason is not having a suit.
Yeah, that's part of it.
Having to go through all those water rooms without a suit sounds not like a fun task.
And you see Antinomy also doing the microwave glitch on Phantoon.
Yep.
It works a little bit differently on this boss. You can't just fire your beam right away and start spamming X-ray. You actually have to damage him first with the missile and kind of get him into his like swooping attack after you hit him, and then you can use your charge shot with X-ray.
Yeah. A lot faster than Doppler though. Well, technically it is locked if you go through the back door. Once you enter one of those doors, the door locks behind you. And Antinomy on his way to Torian now. Did not get the door. Gonna go ahead and charge up that Shine Spark though.
Cordy also going for that full halfie, nailing it. Not really surprised. He's a very good 90% runner.
Good moves by all. And Scotty going. Scotty missing the. Scotty missing the microwave. Goes for it again. And we'll get it this time. Microwave ghost. I think so. Either that or that's just the extra that Crady tank that you picked up way back. Because I don't think the other 3 runners had picked up Crady tank. Now reassessing things, Antinomy is at least like good minute 30 seconds or 2 minutes ahead of Canadian Owl. We don't have Insane Firebat, but we do have him at 2958 G4. So that puts him slightly above Antinomy. So it's going to come down to baby skip and probably some execution on the escape to see if Insane Firebat takes that first place spot.
Yeah, so Torian for this run, it's basically like 100%. Usually you're pretty strapped on ammo at this point and don't really have to worry about drops. So you'll see he's kind of not really bothering to group Metroids and just sort of shoot him as he goes.
And has enough super missiles to just spam it on Mother Brain.
Yeah.
Might have enough regular missiles to do the classic 69 missile strat on Mother Brain.
Yeah.
Watching Tinemy do slow mode strats out of nowhere.
It looks like Cordy also successful. Oh, he had the frozen key hunter wing on the screen. That happens sometimes. It's kind of weird. But all the runners remembering to go fight Fantoon, so no Fantoon skip attempts today.
Yep. Good looks by all runners. And now Antony entering Mother Brain room.
Ooh, nice Zeb Spark by Antinomy.
Yes, good strats.
Yeah, the traditional ice Zeb skip that you've probably seen a lot of runners do, you can't do it with screw attack on. So what some people will do is take off screw attack when they get into Torian. But if you know how to do the Zeb Spark like Antinomy did, or even the down back Zeb skip, those are a bit more difficult, but other alternatives compared to ice Zeb skip.
Now it's 20 plasma shots in order to get to phase 3 or phase 2. Phase 3. Unfortunately, Mother Brain does absorb plasma beam, so no X-ray skips. No microwave corn dogs. but it's already done with it.
So another nice thing about this category is you have just enough E-tanks to do the stand-up glitch. So what we just saw Antinemy do, he used his reserves to get back up to 700 energy, and he took off his Various suit. Taking off Various suit is going to double the damage that this Rainbow Beam does, and he's going to end up at exactly 100 damage. And by having 7 E-tanks before he got hit enables him to stand up here, and being at 100 or less energy starts his cutscene sequence with the baby Metroid. So now he is free to move around during this cutscene. It can actually start damaging Mother Brain 3 shortly after the baby detaches.
Yep. Can also make his legs disappear. Or turn into a weird green question mark.
Yeah, hopefully we don't see that. It's kind of a soft lock. Usually you can actually get out of it, but it's a little scary to see. And so far, Antinemy's doing well. There's a moment where the game tries to lock you back into the ground, and you need to make sure you're airborne, or else you'll get stuck there. These guys do have X-ray though, which would let them get out of that if that were to happen. And the other big soft lock potential here that we almost saw Antinemy have happen is once your energy is back to full, the baby Metroid kind of gets locked in place. And if you lock the baby Metroid on like the lower left end of the screen, Mother Brain might not be able to damage it anymore, and you're kind of just stuck there with the baby never dying.
It does a decent amount of damage, so it should take only a few shots with the Hyper Beam. Yep, and it's already over.
Yeah, the other scary thing is you don't want to have a beam on the screen when the game is switching you to Hyper Beam. If you do, then you're probably going to see Mother Brain without her legs, and the game will be frozen for a little bit.
Kaneda had a risky baby skip there, but just manages to pull it off. Very good man. Now we got
cool, beautiful blue bomber by Antinemy.
Yeah, Antinemy pulling off nice strats throughout the entire race here. Showing us stuff that you typically wouldn't ever get to see in 100% or 80%. Pulls off perfect corner spark. And Antinemy is done with an official SRL time of 36:30.
GG.
GG.
I believe that's only 20 seconds or so off his PB, so
yeah,
really good for a race. I don't think his PB does any saves, so really without the saves would have been nearly a PB.
Yep. Insane Fireback coming in second with an official SRL time of 37:24. So not too far off. Again, it probably came down to some execution in both Mother Brain and Baby Metroid in the escape.
Alright, now Scotty will be starting his escape here, and Owl setting up for his stand-up glitch, and Qwerty coming right behind them. Gonna be starting Mother Brain 1 soon. So yeah, aside from the soft locks on Mother Brain, The category is relatively safe once you get past Lava Dive and Green Gate Glitch. And then you get to show off all the cool movement tricks, such as Blue Bomber, as we saw Scotty do. Beautiful.
Scotty Morphball coming up, about to finish his run. Are damage boosts possible off those little steam vents coming up?
Yeah, but it's tough since they're kind of random.
Yeah.
And Scotty coming up on the ship, finishing with an official SRL time, 39:15. GG to Scotty.
Antinomy, if you're in the chat, would you like to join us for an interview? And possibly Scotty Morphball? Cool to see some Moonfall strats from Canadian there. It's really cool how Super Metroid speedrun has evolved to the point where everyone can have their own personalized strats, especially with the discovery of Moonfall. And they can choose to focus on optimizing what they want to optimize in order to be as fast as possible.
Alright, Canadian Owl landing on the ship. He is finished with an official SRL time of 40:36, which is actually a race PB for him by over a minute. So congrats, Canadian Owl. And I missed...
Corey died.
Yeah, so Cordy found out an interesting thing about stand-up. When the game tries to get you stuck on the floor, you see a lot of runners like just kind of space jumping in place, and Samus is in like a weird kneeling position in the air. If you try to go forward when this happens, you can't actually move backwards before you hit the ground. And Cordy, not being super familiar with stand-up, didn't realize that and just space jumped right in
straight into Mother Brain.
Yeah.
Does a lot of damage.
Yeah, so very unfortunate. I've had that happen to me before. I've learned that the hard way too. But yeah, still a good run regardless, even with the death at Lava Dive at the start and a couple tries on Green Gate Glitch.
Yep. You got it. So we have Antinomy in first, then Insane Firebat second, Scotty Morphball third, Canadian Owl fourth, and unfortunately, Corey had to forfeit the race. But still a very good performance by everybody. Please follow all these runners. They're all very good at the game. Definitely entertaining to watch. They put on a show for us today. Yeah, please also follow all the Speed Game and Network channels if you want to see more Super Metroid running or other video games. I know they're just finishing up the they should be finishing up a race for the Link to the Past randomizer tournament. And yeah, I don't think we're gonna get any of the runners in here for a post-race interview. So I think that should be about it. We should be finishing up right about now. Sloters, thank you for commentating. Make sure to give him a follow.
And make sure you follow Monk as well. Thank you for joining me on this one.
No problem. You have yourself a good rest of your day. And thank you all, everyone that viewed today. So you guys have a good day as well.